Dragons and fellow investors and audience. My name is Ilona and I am a co-founder and owner of Correlative Real Estate Investments. It's a real estate investment firm, family owned and operated out of Edmonton, Alberta. So just wanted to say that all investors need to do their own due diligence and talk to real estate investors, lawyers, your accountant, and other licensed professionals. And none of the investments are guaranteed, or returns are guaranteed.
The audio just cut out again. What in high heck is going on?
Is this better?
There we go. That was bad. Fantastic. There we go.
Better? Okay. And today I present you all with an opportunity to invest in an 8-plex. It's in a newly developing community of De Rocher in Edmonton. We are extremely excited about this project for a number of reasons due to its location, its design, and its returns. We are currently at the due diligence stage of this project and we're applying for financing. Condition removal date is end of September. This property has already been built and the foundation has been laid. The projected possession date is end of January 2022. This is a $1,920,000 worth asset. This property highlights include 4 townhouses, 8 units in total. Historically, these townhouses performed really well and they attract high quality tenant demographic and have really low vacancy rates. The strategy that we want to employ is long-term hold. We take a conservative approach and want to hold this property ideally for 10 years. At a 5-year mark, we will be evaluating this property, and if the numbers are great, then we will be selling it, if the numbers make sense for our investors. Also, holding this property for 10 years would allow us to waive out all the surprises thrown our way by the market. So the idea is to get a well-performing asset working for our investors passively. Our investors are our shareholders who are not required to qualify for financing or to provide personal guarantees on this investment. Investment rationale includes business and landlord-friendly province, great neighborhood, and the benefits of commercial financing that this property qualifies for.
The sound just cut out again. And now it's back. Now it's gone. Oh dear.
Hey James, just we're just flipping through the papers, so there might be a momentary pause, but if just give it a moment and we'll keep going.
Sounds good.
Thanks for your patience. We have 5 shareholder positions. Minimum shareholder investment is just $65,732, and it is for 8% profit participation. We offer shareholder agreement, general security agreement, and promissory notes. The total capital raise for this project is $410,822, and this includes down payment and closing cost. We still need to raise $328,658. In 5 years, the total ROI for this project is expected to be at 101%, which then gets split between all parties involved. The term target is 10 years, as I mentioned, and investment closing deadline is September 30, 2021. Interested investors can reach out to me after this deadline as well, as I will have similar projects on the go. However, if you would like to take advantage of the shareholding of this structure of this deal and take advantage of this project, then please reach out to me before the end of September. This slide shows the projected return on investment for our shareholders, and it's projected to be 10 to 11%. This is comprised of three ROI streams, so return on investment, mortgage paydown, cash flow, and market appreciation. We took a conservative approach in our estimates, and we estimated that market appreciation is at 1%. And historically, we know that on average, market appreciates at about 3% in Edmonton. We also get 3,000 per title, in total 12,000 from builder towards the property management fee. And this adds to, we get that in the first year, so that adds to the return on investment. Also, I wanted to mention that we will not be doing cash disbursements for the first 5 months because we want to build a healthy reserve fund. We want to build 40,000 in reserve fund, which approximately equals to 7 months of mortgage payments. And we account for 2 months of mortgage payments in our closing cost. So here is a picture of a similar project, and our property will have a very similar look. As you can see, it's a 3-story property. It features, there is no basement suite. So the main, the lower unit is on the main floor, and the upper unit takes the 2nd and the 3rd levels. Each townhouse comes with a detached double-car garage, and it makes it really easy to rent it. What I want to add is that we are planning on making slight changes and making, instead of double-car garages, we'll be doing single-car garages. So every unit has access to garage, and let's face it, in Edmonton we face harsh winters, so it's a nice feature to add garage to your basement tenants. Also, we will build in staircases leading from the 2nd, you can see the deck there, towards the, into the backyard for easier access to the garage for the upper tenants. According to the City of Edmonton, the community of Derosha Villages is located in the fastest growing sector of the city. The location is excellent in terms of access to highways, major streets, and public transportation. The community of Derosha Villages is close to the ring of Anthony Henday Ring, and we know that when you're close to Anthony Henday Ring, you're in approximately 30-minute drive away from the airport, the towns of Leduc, Nisku, Beaumont, and St. Albert. Also, the City of Edmonton has plans to build the Heritage Valley Park, Park and Ride and Transit Center by 2025, and that's going to be in close proximity to Derosha community. Retail and shopping, including Starbucks, which I think is an important factor, and Superstore is in close walking distance to where this 8-plex is. And also there's lots of retail and shopping within a short drive to Ellerslie Road. There is already one brand high school, new high school built in the community, and the plans are to develop K-6 and another Catholic high school in the area. And in addition, the construction has started for South Edmonton Hospital, which is projected to complete by 2030. And also, for those of you who know Edmonton, the Terwilliger Recreation Center is only 12 minutes drive away. Also, this property is in close walking distance from Callahan Park and Playground. We are proud to invest in Edmonton, and not only because Edmonton is in our backyard, but also because of Alberta Advantage. We have great landlord laws. We are a business-friendly province, and there is no land transfer tax. Edmonton offers a stable market, and it's known for its cash flow. At the March 2021 summit, the Real Estate Investment Network released the 50 top towns to invest in Canada, and Edmonton was one of the top best towns to invest in Alberta. In fact, it took 2nd place. Edmonton offers relatively low housing prices, diversified economy, growing employment rates, increasing income, and stable employers. We also, as I mentioned, have expanding transportation routes. An important factor to mention is that the current population of Edmonton is at 1 million. people. The city of Edmonton has a plan for how the city will change, and it estimates that the number of population will double by 2065. And by 2022, immigration is projected to pick up and begin to recover to its long-term trend. The economy in Edmonton is diverse in comparison to other areas in Alberta, and Edmonton boasts really stable employers. And here I just have a list of some employers, and you can see they include Government of Alberta, City of Edmonton, University of Alberta, Alberta Health Services, Stantec, EPCOR, and Amazon recently opened the first fulfillment center and second delivery station south of Edmonton, which is in close proximity to the Rocher community. And Amazon is offering 600 full-time jobs. I also wanted to talk about the builder. The builder is Daytona Homes, and they have been in business for the past 25 years, and they've built approximately 13 of these projects. The builder went through a substantial vetting process to qualify as a home builder exclusive to Alberta on Fire. Daytona has built approximately 13 of these, as I mentioned. Their trades are always scheduled on time, and there is never a downtime on the construction site. Daytona also went through a substantial vetting process to qualify for the Alberta New Home Warranty Program, where the insurance covers specific aspects at year 1, 2, 5, and 10. So our team, this project would be the first project of the size for us. Up to now, we have been focusing on condos and single-family homes, and that is why we surround ourselves with the best investor-focused experts from accountant and mortgage brokers and to our mentor. We are also part of the real estate investing community. We continuously invest in our real estate investing education through RAIN and Keyspire. And in addition, we surround ourselves with like-minded people and with investors who have built these type of properties in the past. So let me assure you, if there's a question that we don't know the answer to, we know where to find it. And as an example, as I mentioned previously, the possession date is end of January 2022, which is great for our investors because their money will start working for them quite faster than if we had to wait 10 to 12 months as new construction projects usually take. However, as you can appreciate, taking a possession in the middle of winter in Edmonton can be quite difficult and challenging, as less people are looking for new place to live. So to manage this risk, we are working with proven property management company who are investors themselves and who have track record of managing similar properties. So the plan is to start working with them ahead of time so that we take possession of fully tenanted building. Our unfair advantage. We are, so who we are, myself and my husband Horacio, he's not here today. We are immigrants with strong work ethic. Our parents, we came to Canada young with our parents who uprooted their young families to come to Canada looking for a better life for their children. And me and my husband were determined to create that financial freedom that our parents were looking for. We are determined to create it for our children and to help other families along the way. And our dream is to start an educational fund for vulnerable children. Both of us graduated from the University of Toronto with graduate degrees. I have a master's degree in anthropology and my husband has a master's degree in engineering. So we have strong qualitative and quantitative skills and strong organizational skills which we apply to our business every day. We are proud of our ability to build high-performing teams, and we have an unwavering passion for real estate. We believe it is the right vehicle to financial success, even when taking a conservative approach. We have been working really hard on this project for the past year, building relationships. As we all know that a lot in real estate is built on solid relationships. And we are proud to say that we've built those relationships with our team members. This is an exclusive and limited opportunity to build this eightplex in Edmonton. And these type of properties do not come on the market. So when this project was announced, our realtor, we were the first ones he called us, who he called. So we were able to pick out of the best locations. I think we picked one of the best locations. So here I just wanted to say we are planning to provide annual updates and financial statements and reports to our shareholders. We are working on developing our monthly newsletter, and we are communicating by email and phone number, of course. And the next slide just shows our contact information. Thank you very much for your time and attention, and I welcome your questions.
Awesome. Fabulous presentation. Thank you so much, Ilona. Rebecca, I'll hand it over to you. Jen, can you put up the slide view again, and we can get some feedback starting from the Edmonton.
All right. Awesome. Okay, let's start with Ray. Feedback. I'll stand out of the way over here.
Sure. I was just going to project. Great presentation.
Make sure you're holding the mic. Yeah, there you go.
Mind, no projecting. Great presentation. One thing I would have done is memorize your presentation in the beginning. A lot of the momentum was lost, I thought, with the shuffling of the papers. So that's something that could have helped you out. The other thing that I would have kept closer in terms of cards is the name of the developer, the builder. Because now Desrochers is a brand new community, and I can call Daytona and say, well, I want that. Oh, well then it would have been good to say that this is a proprietary plan, because then that would have stood you out. Because as soon as you were saying Daytona and Desrochers, I'm thinking there's still lots. They're a public builder. I can get a hold of those plans. So next time.
Okay. I'm a little biased, but thanks for the shout out. And but I'll probably be the most critical. I would say nerves is it's not easy being up on stage. It's very hard. So I can understand nerves, and then obviously the presentation was great. All the information was there. Everything was there. It just needs a little polishing. You know what I mean? If you memorized it, and I would focus again. I'm a broken, or I'm repeating the same things over and over. But I like to focus on like likability and trust and your mission. That you had a great mission. I know all of this stuff, so it's like I was listening to it, but I was like, oh, she should have said it this way. Your mission is amazing, and if you focus more on that and likability, and then like all these little things that I saw in there, like Amazon's right next door. Great, you should have said that. Edmonton's. I would have focused more on how Edmonton's amazing cash flow. You know what I mean? Just focus all the energy and be more exciting about those things, and then all the other little filler. That you know what I mean? So just try and organize it a little bit better. Does that make sense?
Right, over to you, Barry.
Thanks, Rebecca. Ilona, overall, a pretty good job. You need to, I think, as Wayne says, got to have a little more zip to the presentation. You certainly had it all there. I like the disclaimer at the beginning. I'm a lawyer. I love those disclaimer things, but I think that's a good thing for any joint venture to say is. Investments have risks, and investments are not guaranteed. You don't have to dwell on it, and you didn't, but you did get it in there. And I'm sure if I was getting something written from you, you would say that. So I think that was a good thing to do. And the other thing is the immigrant angle. The who are you in this? For better or for worse, that struck a chord with me. I happen to believe, rightly or wrongly, that immigrants are driven to succeed, and I believe that you will work very hard at putting this whole thing together and making it a success. So I think all the information was in there. Improve the presentation side a little bit, and you sold me.
Awesome. Thanks for the feedback, Barry. And Keaton will end with our feedback from you.
Overall, I thought it was great. The flow of the presentation could have been a little smoother, but you had most of it in there. One thing that I wasn't certain on was I assume it's CMHC insured financing you're putting together. And I assume it's a 40-year amortization because you mentioned lower rates and longer amortizations as a benefit of commercial financing. One thing I would have maybe suggested to put in is I know a lot of these projects are completed and they've had a lot of success putting tenants in, but a big risk of closing in January with CMHC insured financing is you need tenants to close. So it would have been nice to see a supporting detail. X of these projects have already closed, they've had tenants on time, maybe just something to mitigate that risk. But all in all, it was a great presentation.
Awesome. Yeah, great feedback. I'm going to echo the other judges and say, you know, I could tell all the information was there, but practice does make perfect. And so, well, you know, this is obviously a safe environment. We're giving you great feedback. I could tell that you knew your stuff. I could tell that all the details were there. But you know what? A smooth presentation builds that confidence. And I think some of the comments we have with some of the other presenters is like, when you're confident, it's contagious. It creates confidence in everybody else. And that confidence comes from preparation. So this was a great chance to practice. A little more practice is going to make you even more perfect. And I know that as you present to more joint venture partners, you're going to absolutely kill it. Because you have your details down pat, and it is a good project and a good location. So thank you very much. Let's give Ilona one big round of applause.